What's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, boys. This is episode 78, and let's get started. So, stories for the week. Um, just school, Had a Remembrance Day. Had the day off on Thursday. Had school on Friday, just today. And we don't have Colin today, but he's in Edmonton, watching the Premier League. And yeah, hope he's having fun there. So, what about you?
Alright, so this week I had so for on Tuesday I went to the Canucks game. So that was like my first game this season, like watching the Canucks. And they were playing Anaheim. It was like a pretty good game. It was like really back and forth. Um and yeah, it was pretty fun. We lost, but it was still a really good game. And then just had school and stuff. And then yeah, we had the 2 days off, so on Thursday and Friday for Remembrance Day, and then Friday was just like a teacher meeting, I guess, or something like that. So we had 2 days off, which is pretty nice. But I had basketball tryouts on Thursday and Friday, and then just like basketball practice and stuff. But today, I went to the there's like a arena or like rink near where I live, kind of. And me and some of my friends went to go to like the open skate. So one of my friends like booked out the small ice, and it was fun. We got to play hockey, so I was in full gear. So I was borrowing one of my buddies' like brother's gear. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Um yeah, that's like my first time playing hockey in like full gear and like pads and everything, so it's pretty fun. Um and yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's cool. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I love ice skating. I used to play hockey a lot,
Mhm.
but let's go on to topics, eh?
Yeah.
Um, who should go first?
I'll go first if you want.
Okay.
All right. One sec. All right. So, um, yeah, my topic is the Travis Scott concert. Yeah. So, anticipation has been building for hours, but never more than now. As the red numerals on the countdown clock disappeared and the first synthesized notes vibrated, an image of an eagle and a fireball hovered over the stage. A neon red tunnel appeared and 8 towers of flames rose to the sky. Leaping from darkness into the glow, rapper Travis Scott emerged. The instant for which tens of thousands gathered before him waited. In the thrill of the moment, clamoring for an idol, many pushed forward, thrusting revealers and revealers closer and closer and closer, until it seemed every inch was swallowed. Then, fighting the compression or seeking an escape, people pushed from the front to the back, and new ripples came with it. What followed last Friday in Houston is clouded by an unanswered questions and strikingly different experiences based on where someone stood, which swells of movement reached them, and how they handled the crush. But in the 70 minutes, the headliner was on stage in a show that left 9 dead. One thing is certain. Nearly everyone felt the waves of humanity born on excitement but soaked with the risk as they spread. You become an organism, said 26-year-old Stephen Gutierrez of Alleniv, New York, who was 6'2", 391 pounds, but nonetheless found himself struck by the power of the pushes that sent him drifting from his spot. We're all one. You're moving with the crowd. The crowd's like water. It's like an ocean. The enthusiasm of 50,000 spectators at the sold-out Astroworld Festival was evident from the time the gates opened several hours earlier, which is some of the earliest arrivals rushed through entrances with such force that metal detectors were toppled as security guards and police on horseback struggled to keep up. Through the concert grounds hosted numerous acts. Scott, a Houston-born musician who founded the festival in 2018, on the heels of his chart-topping album Astroworld, was undoubtedly the top draw. Some fans made a beeline for the stage, built solely for the headliner, staking out positions they would fold for hours under the manufactured piece of Utopia Mountain. As afternoon turned to evening, the countdown clock appeared around 8:30 p.m. The crowd grew denser and denser, attendees said, and the first waves of motion began to ripple. And latecomers pushing in, it tightened more. In the final 30 seconds of the clock, the craggy peaks of Stage Mountains turned to a volcano, and when the moment came, the crowd chanted 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Scott appeared. The pushers grew stronger. The first shockwaves of fear emerged. Eligio Garcia, 18, of Corpus Christi, Texas, figures it was just 40 seconds into Scott's set that he looked at his girlfriend with concern. They felt heat swaddle their bodies, and it became hard to breathe. Screams echoed, begging, "Please help me!" Behind him, people were falling. It looked to him like a human whirlpool. They left the push, and his left arm slipped away from her. In an instant, both found themselves tangled on the ground, piled in a pile of bodies. They managed to get up, and Garcia said they screamed to nearby production staff for help, but got no response. Every way out seemed impossible, but they were eventually made their way to safety. "We got out of there," he told his girlfriend. "We can't fall back into this pit." Travis Scott fans were dubbed Ragers and expected to be in constant motion at the show. The rapper, who dreamed of being a wrestler as a child and has said he wants his shows to resemble WWF matches, cheers chaos from the stage and stirs up some frantic energy. He even had a gold necklaces mimicking the street sign, a jewel-encrusted red circle with a person standing still, a diagonal slash through the body. The message is clear: no bystanders at the concert, Ragers only. And the show continued, Scott headbanging and shrieking, running through a quick succession of hits. Some experienced concertgoers in the crowd grabbed whistles around their necks or shouted, "Open it up," to trigger these around from the four mosh pits, circled out their only voids and jam-packed wards. Moshers shoved and heaved their bodies against one another in an aggressive ritual, towing the line between dance and violence. Around mosh pits, premier circles of participants rode in with crowd surfers took flight. Moshers want the pits to grow as big as possible. Their outward push combined with the rotations of participants can create a swirl of motion that moves the crowd. It was nothing new to many of the show, but combined with the push toward the stage, others felt the crowd compress in ways they hadn't before. Billy Nasser, 24, of Indianapolis, noticed in a few songs his racist arms no longer had room to come down. People were falling. Some stepped on the lifeless body of a passed-out man with his eyes rolled back in his head. "I had to let him go. It was every man for himself," Nasser said. "And that was when I realized how bad it was. I literally had to drop him and no one else would help me." As flashpoints emerged in some places, the show went on. Lasers springing from the stage's tunnel made it look at times like a prism capturing a blaring sun. Some 5:30 Houston police officers were on the scene, and their walkie-talkies crackled with a warning. "Don't leave your group. No fewer than 10 officers together. Danger looms. We're having some structural issues that could be catastrophic," a voice cautioned. About 22 minutes into his set, Scott seemed to see something in the crowd. "Make sure he good," he said. "Walk with him. Take him." Around the same time, over police radio, a voice advised, "Folks are coming out of the crowd, complaining of difficulty of breathing, crushing type injuries. It seems like the crowd is compressing." The mass of people continued to tighten the spots, but escape paths remained. Kevin Perez, a 19-year-old from Davenport, Florida, saw a mosh pit collapse. behind him and realized he no longer was controlling his own movement. His forearms felt bound to his chest. His hands clenched his fist near his neck. He tipped his chin toward the sky for shallow breaths. It went from excited to scared, he said. People were trying to get out. Perez followed a snake of people cutting through the crowd. Others climbed barricades. In the hindsight of their escapes, the moments of this night would take new meaning. An opening song entitled Escape Plan, t-shirts brandished with "See you on the other side." A man in the crowd holding a white sign said, "Will we survive?" The situation appeared to be worsening, the waves growing stronger, the opportunities to break free fewer. It got to the point, said 21-year-old Jason Rodriguez of Texas City, where no one could move. About 28 minutes into Scott's set, a golf cart with flashing blue and red lights barely inched through the sea. "There's an ambulance in the crowd," the rapper said. "Whoa, whoa, whoa." He pushed for about a minute. Scott told the audience to raise their hands to the sky. "You all know what you came here to do," he said. Cue for two men who were picked out of the crowd to launch stage dives. Scott finished Upper Elkin as he hit the 30-minute mark on stage. Houston police officer Troy Finner later said that this was the point at his department noticed attendees going down. At the medical tent, where the capacity was just 10 people, according to the permit fillings, concern grew. On police radio, word was broadcast. "There's a lot of people trampled and they're passed out." On the perimeter of the concert area, people were being thrust against metal barricades. Some began to bend. "There's someone dying," she cried. "There's someone dead." A young man joined her on the camera platform, screaming, "Stop the show! Stop the show!" The show went on. It keeps going, but basically, if you didn't know, basically it's just the Travis Scott concert. A bunch of people got like crushed because of they couldn't move. They got like crushed against each other, and there's 9 people that died in total. Um, so yeah, it's pretty like traumatic. And I was watching like some of the like review videos or like they were just talking about what's happening, and like apparently like Travis Scott saw like the guy was on the ground or like he noticed one point in the show that someone was down or he saw the thing, and like despite all of this he didn't stop the show. So a bunch of people are like upset because like people died, right? And he didn't stop it. So it's pretty screwed up. And like, of course, like he could see everything happening. Like maybe like he wasn't looking, but when he acknowledged that someone had like died, and he said like, "Whoa, like help him up," and he didn't stop the show, is like even worse. So a lot of people are upset. And yeah, like he made an apology video, but he didn't even really like apologize. He just kind of said like, "My team's like gonna help out for like the funerals or whatever," but he never like admitted like that he made a mistake. Um so yeah, it's pretty screwed up, but
Yeah, definitely. Like, you don't go to concerts expecting that at all,
yeah,
and nobody
exactly.
should. And I feel sorry for those who lost their lives. It's
hmm
really sad.
I was watching like a video on it, and they're saying like from the start it was like they knew it was going to be crowded, and then people just started filling in. So like I think they said the venue was smaller than they had like originally planned, so they couldn't get as much space as they wanted. So from the start it was going to be a smaller venue, and then they're just like surplus of people and they just couldn't control it. um but yeah, it's pretty screwed up.
Yeah. Alright. RIP to those. That's that sucks. I guess I'll go then. Yeah, I'll do like a couple. I'll do like 3.
All right,
Actually, I'll do 4. You, I saw you had some of my topics, so it's gonna be shorter.
all right,
I was gonna do what you just did, and yeah. Okay. Let me just. Oh no, we're already on that. Alright, so US finally reopening its land border to Canadians. Um, that happened like about 5 days ago. So yeah, it's pretty great. The article just, I don't know, it's pretty simple, but yeah. Alright, next one, Billie Eilish. Her new fragrance is out. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, sold out pretty quick. I saw. Next one, Billie Eilish is gonna have new chocolate.
Dang.
So yeah, I might have to get that. It's
She's
pre-order.
really like branching out chocolate, perfume, or whatever.
Mhm.
Fragrances.
Getting
Pretty
that
sick.
bank,
Facts.
dude. Yeah, I might get it. I have to
Is it
try that.
good? Oh, vegan.
Mhm. Of course,
Dang.
cause she's vegan herself.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
that's it.
It looks like it's gonna be a really milky chocolate because it's 37%. So it'll be like
Damn.
a bit milky, I think. All right, next one we got. This is like a old, actually not too old, but I missed this. It's a new State of Play FNAF security breach. We didn't see it, but it's like 2 weeks old now. Um, yeah, let's watch it. Tell me what you think. I've already seen it, so yeah. Um,
All right.
okay.
Trapped. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for visiting, and we hope you enjoyed the show. Freddy and the gang are pretty tired, but they'll be back again next week after a few days of scheduled maintenance. Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex is now closed, initiating nighttime protocols.
No, no! Wait, I'm still here!
Lights on! I warned you! I warned you! Naughty boy. You should be able to escape when the security doors reopen at 6 a.m. Until then, keep moving and try not to draw attention to yourself. If there is another way out, I will help you find it. I promise.
Please make your way to the front of the building, where you will be given novelty glasses, a voucher for one free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. Have an awesome night, and we'll see you again soon. Would you like to take a short survey about your experience?
Yeah, that's the date it's coming out. It's the 16th of December. So a little bit more than a
Damn.
month. But yeah.
That's sick. Dude, like, so is it, I don't know if this is right, but can you like now play as like the animatronics and stuff? Because one of the things, it looked like he was like going inside or like he was
No,
like,
yeah. You do go inside, Freddy.
damn, that's sick.
That's
Yeah, I
like your
know.
disguise, I'm guessing.
That's sick. Yeah, because it like I remember we watched one of the trailers earlier, like the ray tracing thing, I think, where it showed, or I don't even know if it was ray tracing, but it just showed like the sort of like the casino area or like the lobby or whatever. Um, but yeah, it's kind of cool to see like more of it, I guess. Like, but it looks really good.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Just you can tell it's really different than like the past few ones. Like it's a little bit more um I don't know. They included a lot of stuff. I feel like they're working with a huge team now.
Hmm.
to make the game, and that's great. I just
Yeah,
can't wait
let's-
to play it. I'm
Yeah.
excited. All right, your turn. Hello.
Alright. Oh,
I hope it doesn't get taken down the video. Yeah, I think we'll be good,
alright.
but we'll see.
Okay,
Alright,
I'm just
skate
gonna play
line.
the skate line video.
All
We
right.
haven't done this in a while, but
All right.
can you just tell me if you can hear it?
Yep, I can hear it.
Alright.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Skyline and BD, and Cookie just toll house this park. Deeds, I know what company it's for, but you didn't quite ace this one. This is when Deeds going about a solid 8. You don't want 10 out of 10 Deeds. That creativity gets annoying. It's too fucking good. And also, man, you might want to like get some better posture, nigga. That lean over is gonna attack you. You gonna be looking like the hunchback of Notre wherever the fuck you at. This week's damn nigga is Ron Artest your daddy, cause you a big malice in the palace looking motherfucker. Goes to Josh Douglas, who needs to get the paternity test quick, cause Josh Artest sounds fire. Not hating, cause it was Frederick Douglass. He did some shit. But if he knew he was related to Ron Artest, he'd be Frederick Artest. Tyson Bauer Bank, you are the first person I am awarding a pro part vacation. You don't have to do shit. You did a 540 like 10 years ago, and then you just had part after part after part after part after part with nothing, no reward, no respect, not a little trophy, not a participation prize. You take you on tour, be a collab, not a wheel, not a truck, not a bearing, not a piece of hardware, nothing. Now they gave you a board, good job. The Lords of Frogtown have returned. Chris Miller's gotta be proud of his boys. They're not doing their thug dizzle, they doing their nerd dizzle. It's different, it's unique, it's creative. Nerds is on top, nigga, that's not even a derogatory no more. Everybody nerd. Bill Gates getting coochie, he a nerd. You think Bill Gates ain't hitting skin? 100 billion up, you don't think it, all up in Instagram models, all types of shit, but you don't say nothing. And this is the skating version of that. I mean version. Now you might have had a Sammy from the Blocker, a Brad Musker, but Halloween Hellbomb is not the same unless you got a Dern off the chain. Bitch, I'm talking loose cannon. That nigga lost his mind. He done Heath Ledger the Joker role of that contest up. Dark Knight Rises was fine. Bane did his shit, but you need that Joker. I mean, they were still going off. Rules was broken. They just had a flap off. Where's the car? What's some shit? Do we need some sponsor money or just the Derns to fly out and build you some shit? You ever seen their backyard? They drop off a roof, slide a flat rail, and hang glide into a 50-50. They can work on some construction with you. Just fly him out when it happens or something. Bring a car. Maybe it was the car. Maybe you don't need him. If somebody else factories a car, it'll be fine. This is good night from another episode of Skyline MBD, and they're producing super skater girls out in Japan like Tamagotchi. Yumeka Oda, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of
Alright.
Dude, that was sick. Oh yeah.
You got any more topics?
Of course.
Alright.
Okay. This is not one. Not this. Alright. You can now order Taylor Swift's favorite Starbucks drink. Basically, you just ask for Taylor's latte or Taylor's version. You'll receive the drink, which is grande caramel non-fat latte. So yeah.
Is that like an actual like drink? Like, is it on the menu or is it like the secret menu thing? Like, you just have to say
You just
like,
ask and yeah, you receive.
That's
Taylor
it.
Swift new album. I haven't heard it yet, but many people posting it on their story, so yeah, it's good.
Oh, that reminds me. Didn't like Adele drop a new album? Or like it was like a week or two ago, I think. Or like she dropped it
Yeah,
like pretty recently. She had like that concert thing. It was like the live concert thing, I think. It's like an hour of like she played, I think it was something like that. I don't know.
yeah.
But like some concert all one thing, but yeah, lots of albums coming out.
Yeah. All right, my new favorite Starbucks drink came out. I think last week. Dude, it's so good. This,
Yeah.
it's so good. Tastes like a cookie.
I gotta order it.
Yeah, it's
I
really
haven't been to
good.
Starbucks recently,
Next
but
thing
I
you get
should
is
go.
this. It's like it's so good because like if you get it like this, it's like barely
Oh
any
yeah.
coffee. It's not strong. It's a blonde, so it's like very light coffee, and it's so good.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's fall season. It's all
tastes
that
like
coffee season.
tastes like sugar cookie. It's amazing.
Bro, you know I gotta get that next time at Starbucks.
Yeah, write it down.
And then the Taylor's
Mhm.
latte thing.
Yeah. All right, that's done. That's all for me.
Alright. I'm just finishing the same thing, but alright. Oh, trying to see some. Yeah. So Canada had their game against Costa Rica in Edmonton. That's the what Cal was watching. So he was there. He's well, I guess he's still there now, but yeah. So basically, yeah, Canada won. It's kind of just breaking down what
Oh.
happened. Hell yeah. A second half goal from Jonathan David has put Canada one step closer to the World Cup. David's 57th minute goal was all Canada needed to beat Costa Rica 1-0 on Friday in World Cup qualifier in front of 48,806 fans at Edmonton's Commonwealth Stadium. The goal came after Costa Rican goalkeeper Liana Moria fumbled a cross into the penalty area, leaving David to slot the ball home. With the win, Canada remains in third place in CONCACAF's octagon. Canada has 13 points from 7 matches, and so they're 3-0-4. While Costa Rica fell to 1-3-3. The top three teams in the standings will earn berths for next year's World Cup in Qatar. The fourth place team gets a last chance playoff with another wildcard team from another region. Maria started for Costa Rica because of an injury to the national team's regular starting keeper, Keylor Navas of Paris Saint-Germain. The goal came minutes after leaping a bicycle kick from Canadian winger Tajon Berchan froze Maria in his tracks, but the ball hit the bar. The second time the Canadians found the woodwork in the game. The first close call came in 15th minute. A corner kick from Ho-Town hero Alfonso Davies went into a scrum of Costa Rican defenders and ricocheted off the crossbar. The game marked the first time Davies played a competitive game in Edmonton since his early teens. But throughout the first half, the Bayern Munich star was regularly crowded out by 2 or 3 defenders each time he got close to the ball. He did get a look at goal in the 15th minute, but his shot was blocked thanks to a sliding effort from defender Oscar Durart. Davies had another chance in the 66th minute, but he blasted his shot over the bar. Costa Rica's best chance of the game came in the 34th minute. Houston Salah's volley forced the Canadian keeper Alain Bergeron into a diving stall. Seconds later, Salas was in the mix again. The majority of the fans in attendance bayed for the American referee Ismail Ifel to award a penalty for Salas, brought him down to the Costa Rican box, but Ilaf waved off the appeals. Twice in the first half, the teams came together in scrums after fouls, adding a bit of heat to the counter in the chilly 1 Celsius weather. The first came after Canadian defender Richelieu Lira earned a yellow card for kicking out a Costa Rican attacker, Jewish Bennett. Then in the 23rd, Bennett returned the favor, getting a yellow card after another altercation with Laredo. Canadian defender Steven Verita saw yellow in the first half. Ricardo Blanco got a yellow in the 70th minute for a foul on Buchanan. Ike Ubago made his debut in a Canada jersey, coming in as its 82nd minute substitute. Ubago, a former England youth international, declared his intent to play for Canada last week. And then there's a picture there. But yeah, so big win for Canada, and
Let's go,
what are my
Canada.
topics? Yeah, I haven't even watched the game yet. I was at basketball, so I have a recording, so I gotta go watch it when I get home. But it's gonna be a good match. Like, and the last thing they were talking about, that guy, Ubogo or whatever, he's like a England national team. He's like really young, and he's like one of their top prospects. And yeah, like I think he mentioned like last week he's gonna play for Canada. So he's like really good, and he'll like contribute to the team. So now we have like a really good team. We got like Davies, that guy, and yeah, just like a good team in general. So yeah, and then they play Mexico. I think it's soon, in a couple of days, I think.
And on the
Um,
16th, I think.
yeah. So yeah, I gotta watch that one too. But
Yeah.
all right.
That's it for this podcast. We hit 30 minutes or 30 minutes and 2 seconds. So
Alright.
thank you for watching, and we'll see you next episode. Peace.